When Alex was well, he was the best person Sarah had ever known. Kind. Funny. Warm. The kind of man who remembered the small things. Who made her feel seen in a way nobody ever had. But when the disorder took over, he became someone else entirely. And Sarah had to ask herself the question that nobody wants to ask about the person they love. Is this him, or is this the illness, and does the answer change everything? 2 weeks after that night on the kitchen floor, Alex came out of the depression. Slowly. Like a man surfacing from deep water. Tired. Confused. But back. He called Sarah. He apologized. He said, "I don't know what happens to me. I just disappear inside myself and I can't get out." Sarah took a breath. And she told him. She told him about the 3 a.m. surge. About what she had read. About the pattern, the highs, the lows, the spending, the silence. She said the words as gently as she could. "Alex, I think you might have bipolar disorder." The silence on the other end of the phone lasted a very long time. He did not react the way she expected. He did not cry. He did not get angry. He did not say, "You are right, I need help." He laughed. A short, hollow laugh. And then he said, "Sarah, I am not crazy." She said, "That is not what I said. This is not about being crazy. This is a medical condition. Like diabetes. Like asthma. It is not your fault." He said, "I know myself. I just have bad days sometimes. Everyone does." She said, "Alex, you spent $8,000 in a month. You did not sleep for 4 days. And then you could not get off your couch for 2 weeks." He said, "I was stressed. Work was hard." She said, "Alex." He said, "Please stop diagnosing me." And he hung up. Sarah stared at the phone in her hand. And felt something cold settle into her chest. The next 3 months were the hardest of Sarah's life. Not because things were always bad. But because they kept switching. There were weeks when Alex was magnificent. Present, loving, deeply connected. He would cook for her. He would hold her for hours. He would say, "I don't know what I would do without you." And she believed him. Every time. Because in those moments it was completely true. And then the switch would happen. Sometimes with warning. Most times without. The Manic Alex, impulsive, sleepless, reckless. He quit his job on a Tuesday. He booked a motorbike trip across Europe without telling her. He started 3 different businesses in 1 week and abandoned all of them by the weekend. The Depressive Alex, invisible, cold, cruel without meaning to be. He would cancel plans without explanation. He would go 3 days without responding to a single message. He once told her she deserved someone better, not as a compliment. As a confession. And Sarah stood in the middle. Loving both of them. Exhausted by both of them. Unable to let go of either. One evening Sarah sat with her friend, the same one who had dragged her to the rooftop bar where she first met Alex. Her friend said, "Sarah, I need to ask you something honestly. Do you love him, or do you love who he is when he is okay?" Sarah opened her mouth. And closed it again. Because she did not have a clean answer. She loved the Alex who called at 7 every morning. She loved the Alex who remembered her favorite flowers. She loved the Alex who, underneath all of it, was genuinely one of the most beautiful people she had ever encountered. But did she love the man who disappeared without warning, who spent their savings without a word, who pushed her away when he needed her most? And here was the thing nobody tells you about loving someone with a mental illness. You cannot separate the person from the disorder. There is no clean line. There is no version of Alex that exists without bipolar disorder. It is woven into who he is, into how he loves, into how he breaks. So the question was never do I love him or do I love the illness. The real question was, am I strong enough to love all of it? This is the question that partners of people with bipolar disorder face every single day. And there is no shame in either answer. Staying is not weakness. Leaving is not cruelty. Both are survival. But Sarah was not done yet. Because just when she thought she understood the pattern, just when she thought she had found a way to live inside it, Alex had his worst episode yet. The one that changed everything. Forever. Episode 6, the night it all shattered. If you are in a relationship like this right now, this series is for you. Share it. Because the right information at the right time can save someone's life. I'm Guru Ashok. And this is Bipolar.